The worst IRL streamer.
The builder situation is actually the whole thing was preventable. He didn't even need to do all this, but he wanted to, chose to, and now he could.
Destroyed his life live. And I just gotta say, this video is gonna be about Chud the Builder. A lot of you may have heard about him by now, and he's basically a guy who walks up to black people calling them the hard R, like trying to get rage bait out of them and saying,
Why you mad? Why you mad? Like, how's that work?
you're chimping out, you're chimping out. I just gotta say, I have no sympathy for the guy. He was asking for it, right? And now apparently he's facing almost like, what, 40 to 50 years in prison? I don't know if that's an exaggeration, but the reason for this is because some black guy apparently approached him because of his racial rage bait in the past. Not sure who started what, one thing led to another, and Chud the Builder apparently ended up shooting the guy, killing him, grazing himself, and now he's facing, I think, life in prison. Is actually insane.
Your PTSD, by the way.
I walked up to them, they're pointing at me, they're laughing, they're pointing at me, and I said, "What's up, guys? How y'all doing?" I said, "Y'all like the new suit?" He said, "Walk away from me." I walked away. He came back.
Video. Oh, they tell him to leave. He stays there, then says what he wants for like 3, 4, 5 minutes. After, just walking away. He probably stayed there for like 5 minutes, saying whatever you want to say. I got pissed and provoked and attacked. And from what it said, he basically pulled the gun out before he was already clutching the gun and pulled it out before the guy punched him. So the guy saw him putting his hand on his, or let's see, I'll just give him the benefit of the doubt. I'll just say the guy saw him clutch with his hand in his pocket. Like that. After he shot, boom, boom. After he said, "Oh, don't chimp out, you're chimping out," something like that. Boom. Punched him.
Back up to me. He literally said, "I have PTSD. I feel like I'm in." He said, "You start."
See, he has PTSD, bro. He's a veteran, bro.
Saying all that to me, "I'm gonna hit you." He hit me, started wailing on me, even after I had to defend myself by shooting him.
Okay, so you guys heard it from his POV. He approached them, and that's what his content is all about. He approaches specifically black people to try and rage bait them, right? Calling them the hard R and saying, "Now you chimping out," right? And this whole thing is based around racial rage bait and I guess testing the freedom of speech in America. But my opinion is, okay, so your belief is that
That's some retardation, bro. His belief is, oh, you can say whatever you want without any consequences. It just reminds me of like that one guy. The guy was like, "Oh, I love Vice, I love Vice." He was walking around the hallway and stuff of his school. And the big kid walks up, "We love Ice, right?" Then after, boom, punched him in the face. He had the meta glasses on and he got posters everywhere. It's kind of like that. Oh, so because, yeah, freedom of speech or whatever. But you can say what you want. It doesn't mean no one can take action on you because of what you
black
say.
people are chimping out in, I guess, specific context, and you're trying to tempt or rage bait certain people into either assaulting you or shooting you. Okay, when that happens, mission accomplished. You're now shot. You're dead. What is the
Like what is his goal? Wants to be a martyr? Like, this is some retard shit. Or it's not Kameni, bro. That been his name? Kameni?
the point of all this. You're walking up to a group of people. In this case, he approached them, calling them racial slurs, tempting fate and expecting never anything to ever happen to you. I mean, listen, 99% of a population may never ever do anything to you, but all it takes is that one person, and then
not care about his life. We're just there to. So listen, one person who does not care. That's all that I need. Like even going through all his videos, most of the people just tell him, yo, he should stop saying that. Like, listen, most of them tell him not to say it. They don't attack him. They basically come close and press him. No one hits him. Now the one guy basically gets pissed after seeing all the things.
here we have some footage from
allegedly
Atosi.
baiting a fight to potentially take someone's life and claims self-defense.
This headline here says, live streamer known for posting racist content faces attempted murder charge after shooting outside.
Bro, he's getting like 60 years in jail. He's gonna come out like basically looking like someone's girlfriend. That's crazy. He's literally cooked.
Courthouse.
It doesn't get too much worse than that.
You following me to my truck now?
I actually saw this video
We got
before.
18 rounds for you. We ain't got nothing else. Don't follow me in my
18
truck.
rounds.
I bet you won't follow me in my truck.
So what Atosi is censored is the hard R N-word here.
Come on. Look at him. Look at these
Yeah,
now.
a lot of censors here.
931
'Cause
Seville. They ain't.
He's literally just spamming the hard R N-word. So he's basically walking up to black guys who are most likely not going to do anything, of course, because the average person is not going to assault or shoot you, obviously. But you're walking up to people saying that they're chimping out. That's literally what he says. You're going to chimp out, you're going to chimp out, right? So statistically speaking, he's trying to prove a point here, right? While also making content, trying to catch someone on film, either attempting to assault him or, you know, even worse, trying to pull out their weapon to shoot him so he can then pull out his weapon to shoot them back. I already gotta say, this content strategy is highly retarded. Actually peanut level IQ and genuinely suicidal. Because again, all it takes is that one person to quote unquote chimp out, shoot you, you're dead, or you.
He's kind of cooked in jail, though. But it depends. You look, he could let him slide. Getting like 60 years, bro.
Shoot them, you're facing life in prison because you're intentionally provoking people. It's not like a self-defense situation where you weren't the agitator. And with all these types of videos of you calling people racial slurs, it's not going to help you in the courthouse. It's not going to help you with a case where now he's facing decades in prison with a $1.2 million bond. We already knew, actually.
If you've seen any of the clips of him going viral online, it doesn't really feel like a shocker that he ended up shooting someone, and apparently himself, during a fight on a stream.
You end up throwing yourself while shooting at someone. It's a skill issue, bro. It's garbage.
And yes, you heard that right. Apparently this absolute genius grazed himself too, according to reports and audio that is said to be from his own stream immediately after the shots were fired.
Once again, logically, I already knew this was going to happen. Either someone was going to shoot him or he was going to end up having to shoot someone else because they were trying to aggress upon him. Of course, he put himself in the situation and I have no sympathy whatsoever.
Did I shoot myself or
Well, you
did it great?
it penetrated, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, here is his mugshot. Here is him entering the courthouse. Sit your criminal ass over there and try not to chimp out. Here's this crazy footage.
Let's not.
Touch me again.
I don't want to get pepper sprayed. I really don't.
Go pick up my hat.
Yeah, he just said the hard R, basically. Like, he's genuinely approaching random, like, actual regular. He's never going to actually enter a dangerous... Look at the environment of which he's in. He's never going to go to a dangerous neighborhood like Philadelphia or Chicago, like, deep in the hoods and do this because he knows what will happen. So, yes.
He's gonna get fucking put. My bad. He's gonna get put on a t-shirt. We're family friendly here. He's called flipping. Yeah, gonna be put on the t-shirt, bro. If he goes there, he knows it. But most of these guys don't do it there. It's boom, one to your head. I'm gonna say, oh, these guys don't know how to aim. Well, most of them do.
To actually bully regular people because, well, that's how you get content safely without dying. Here's some images of this guy after he shot himself and after he shot the other guy and killed him, right? Chud the Builder here. Also, I was able to find this footage here from Don Luker on Twitter. He said the man who was shot by Chud the Builder is 31-year-old Army veteran Joshua Fox, who was shot in the shoulder and stomach, according to his family. He is a disabled veteran with 2 kids that suffers from PTSD and other medical conditions. Chud is currently facing over 25 years in prison. And by the way, I recently learned that Chud the Builder is actually 28 years old. Like,
yes, this is my favorite.
It's actually crazy.
No,
it looks like he's
cats.
pushing 40.
I just think the filter is dope. Anyway, for those who don't know what I'm talking about,
This is the
a
guy right
plumber
here.
came to my apartment today, banging on the door like he was supposed.
Well, I mean, what he's talking about is irrelevant. I guess they were just showing the victim or, yeah, the guy in the altercation. And here's some footage of him
Just
in
like we do
court.
every day. If you can't do that, I'll give you a chance to go ahead and leave now, because anybody that calls any kind of disturbance at all is subject to being in direct contempt and serving 10 days in jail and a $50 fine or both. Just want you to know that. We're not going to put up with any outbursts or any shenanigans today.
Judge is not playing around. Judge H. Reed, Poland. Holy shit.
Okay? Any questions? Okay.
Oh, he's that little smile.
Yeah. State versus Dalton Etherly.
Yep.
And bring us Etherly out.
There he is, Chud the Builder, aka Dalton, entering the courtroom right now. Honestly, I have no sympathy. Months before, when this guy was starting to blow up, I was like, okay, what is the logical conclusion of this? Because with the way you're marketing yourself, you're not family friendly. You're not even at a baseline marketable on platforms like YouTube or Twitch. So you're trying to become a streamer, a content creator. What do you like? What's the end goal here? To get shot or to shoot somebody? Ultimately, you want to entertain your audience and potentially grow a platform. This is not the way, obviously, but alas, here he is now. He's only been a content creator, guys, for less than 6 months, I believe, and he's already basically his life. Here he is coming into the courtroom, though. I'll try to keep the yapping to a minimum. There he is. Dalton. Come on, boy. Dalton Etherly.
You're here this morning, case number 26CR5295. You're charged in count 1 of criminal homicide, 3913-201. Count 2 is employment of firearm during a dangerous felony, 30.
He has like 5 different felonies, bro. Or arrests, whatever you want to call them. Not felonies. Felonies are like actually. Okay, let's Google. Is a crime. Okay. Depends on the entire severity of the user. Of the criminal. Well, okay, so felonies counts as like severe crime. Misdemeanors is basically less severe. So basically, probably misdemeanors, but I guess, yeah.
917, 1324, that's a D felony. Normally, that range of punishment would be 2 to 4 years in state penitentiary. However,
So far I heard 15 to 16 or 15 to 60 years, and then the second charge is what, 2 to 4 years?
by statute, this case is that this a charge is enhanced, and if you don't have any prior convictions, it's a mandatory 6-year sentence at 100%.
Wow.
Count 3 is ag assault with serious bodily harm. 3913-102, it's a C felony, carries a range of punishment 3 to 15 years in state penitentiary. Count 4 is reckless endangerment with a deadly
Oh my
weapon,
God.
also a C felony, 3 to 15 years in state penitentiary. Have you hired an attorney yet, sir?
I
Years. Oh. Yo, he needs some
Gotta
Vaseline,
say, bro, again, let me ring the bell. And shout out
for
to
that 60
Poetic
years.
Flacco. Listen, you did this to yourself. You were out here rage baiting and putting a target on your back, essentially, for being a race, what do we call it? A race grifter? A race hustler? You were pandering to a specific...
Like, this bro was out there getting pegged, bro, by black transgender. And he's basically, I mean, he's gonna be good in jail. Because he has experience. This he has experience. He's gonna end up someone's girlfriend who comes out, hey, on that crazy time. But yeah, interesting. He chose it. Like, bro, who in their right mind will want to go outside? Who start trying to race bait people off racist and shit? Like, it's actually weird. Most people didn't do anything. One guy did. And listen. People in the comments are yapping about, oh, it's just words. It's just words. Look, sure, it's just words. But literally, if someone comes up to your daughter or like you see your daughter's like 3 years old, and some weird ass guy just says, oh, she looks sexy, or maybe this, that. It's just some crazy shit. You're going to, high chance you're going to knock the shit out of them. The Mario coins or Sonic coins out of their pockets and shit. Like, literally, you're going to knock them out. So words do have meaning, and words, literally, you said words, it's just words. Everything is just words. And words start with just words. The president tells, oh yes, code, this, that, da. Boom. The whole country starts getting bombed. Or some other shit. Or maybe the president gets assassinated.
demographic of people who want to see that content. And by the way, Chud the Builder, I want you to understand that the people who watch and support you, they don't actually like you. Everybody knew, with anybody with a peanut level
You just hate black people.
IQ or above,
immigrants
knew what was going to happen eventually, and they weren't supporting you, bro. They were just laughing at it. They just wanted to see the crash out. And now that you're going away to prison, potentially, if your charges don't stick, let's say he beats all the charges except for one, he's probably going to go away for a few years, maybe, unless he can prove self-defense. That is...
cannot prove self-defense, man. Lawyers literally came out and said, based off him recording that video. His live stream. Why was his retarded ass decided to live stream and makes you say whatever he
determined? But again, this type of content is not sustainable whatsoever. And he brought it upon himself, which is why I have no sympathy for him. What are you doing? It's hard. He's going around telling people, oh, you're gonna chimp out, you're gonna chimp out, oh, you're acting like this, that, calling people the hard R. But turns out the irony is that he's acting the same way he's accusing other people of acting. Like, you're intentionally going outside and provoking people. You're the one acting like an asshole. You're the one acting like
what's the name? Twango, whatever his name is. Now, let me find his Instagram. That's still Insta. Nope, I don't have it. I don't think so. Yeah, okay. This guy, Antonio Ford. Yeah, one of his parents or great grandparents are definitely white. Word last name, bro. Anyways, I mean, valid, I guess. Oh, where's it? You basically said some. The fuck are doing this, bro? What are you doing? Nigga, where's the video? Okay, this. Is this?
fell for the psyop. Pretty much every last one of you. And I'm generalizing. If you didn't, congratulations, because I know how hard it is to not get brainwashed. But for the rest of you, you guys fell for it. And it's the same two groups as usual, the per capita blacks and the majority of the population, so the majority of all the problems whites. Whether it's absolute numbers or relative numbers, both of them still are the problem. And it's like these two groups just don't get it. They just never learn their fucking lesson. Niggas will find a way to racialize anything. Like, you're taking somebody like Gypsy Crusader, for example. Yes, it's tragic. Everybody knows what happened to him. Mom dying in jail, him going to jail for self-defense. We all get it. But sob stories only have but so much mileage. Just because you have a tragic backstory, like, everybody has gone through some traumatic shit. That doesn't just excuse everything you do moving forward. That's not how that works. It's like, oh, 5 black guys jumped me and I had a bad experience in prison, so let me call little 9-year-olds on the internet slurs. You guys took somebody like that who's literally dressing up as a clown. And I saw some black people saying, see, they're how white people really be. And then some white people just repeating the same thing over and over. Look at these little kids he's calling slurs. Look at how these children are chimping out. He's really proving that point there. And then the boxing match, you guys made that about race too. And it's funny because Super Hot Fire, he set up a perfect inside joke for everybody to unify. He was like, oh, I don't like niggas either. And it could have been like something funny, like, oh, the battle of the racists. Like, let's see who's the bigger racist. And we could have made something like, we could have made it fun. But nah, y'all wanted to racialize the shit and make it awkward and make it weird. And then with Chud the Builder, it's all these parrots talking about freedom of speech. First of all, blacks should not be getting mad and hitting somebody over a word. I know there's a history behind it and it makes you sad, but you cannot assault somebody. And if it's like, all right, it's the principle of it. Well, have your principle be getting arrested then. Base your morals on criminality. And for the white people that think it's okay to provoke somebody and then point out their reaction to your provocation, are you dumb? And you think you're so morally righteous? You're not. You guys have your trigger words too. God forbid a Jew was walking around with a sign that says Kalergi plan is good. Or he walks up to your kid and says, hey, sexy. It's just a word though, right? Yeah, words have meaning to them, obviously. And you decide what offends you, just like somebody else decides what offends you. Like, you can't say, oh, we're the morally righteous race and we don't bother anybody. And then under the next breath, antagonizing people and calling that free speech. Instead of us just looking at these two individuals and just ignoring them, we're rationalizing their point of view. You complain about the Jays, but you divide and conquer yourselves. I'm gonna keep it 100.
And it's it. It's yeah. Basically though. Where's it? We're here.
Dickhead. And the crazy thing is, he's technically Gen Z. Like, literally, that's crazy, bro. You look like you're pushing 40. Clearly, the life you've been living is kicking your ass. And again, the supposed fan base or viewers that.
Bro, he literally gets pegged, bro. He literally. All he needs is just Vaseline, bro. Allah. Buy a lot of Vaseline and just ask like you're someone else to like help you bring it in. So pay like a prison guard like $10K. Bring it inside.
You thought actually liked you. They did not, bro. They just went soon. Now you're going to prison, or if you don't go to prison and you beat all your charges, you're probably going to go bankrupt and become destitute, fighting all these things, lawyer fees and all. I mean, it's just crazy.
Who's helping me? I can't even, like, my whole family does.
When someone literally killed his dog.
Doesn't me, bro. I don't have people behind me. Who's helping me? I can't even, like, my whole family doesn't me, bro. I don't have people behind me except you guys.
The whole family doesn't
helping me? I can't even, like, my whole family doesn't me, bro. I don't have people behind me except you. Who's helping me? I can't even, like, my whole family doesn't me, bro. I don't have people behind me except you guys.
In his brain.
But listen, he's. How do you want people? Those people don't even care about him. He's just a talking point, basically. Like, he could have actually tried building something, which will gain him more followers or whatever you want to call it. People, fans, friends, whatever. more friends and whatever. That will help him out if he genuinely trying to become better. Not him doing weird shit like that.
He really thought the people who was encouraging him.
They're doing paying GoFundMe for him. He like you said, he's basically just a talking point. The next day they'll basically just toss him to the side.
To go out and disrespect black people and be racist. He really thought in his brain that these were the people who were going to be by his side when he got into the deep map. They're not,
Literally,
bro.
exactly. These are just
It's basically internet trolls. Not really trolls. Just they'll toss you to the side. They're Kevin like fans. Once you stop posting for a year, you come back, most of them will leave you. Go find a different person that has maybe similar energy to you.
internet edgelords who want to see people crash out and burn. Like, they want to see people crash and burn. They're not there to truly support you at all. They just want to see a crash out, a guy who's willing to actually get up on camera and do things they wish they, could do themselves, but they're too, keyboard warriors, and you are the physical embodiment, the physical manifestation of what they wish they could do. I just gotta say, we keep increasing the ante. The lengths people are willing to go to become famous at all odds is crazy.
You have? Okay, Mr. Finley's here. You've been hired yet, Mr. Finley? I know you have a prior relationship with him in other cases. No, it's all right. So I'm going to appoint Mr. Finley right now to represent you. Should you make your bond and you want to hire if you make bond, you're going to need to hire Mr. Finley. I'm going to set this for preliminary hearing on the 26th of May. All right. It'll be inside 14 days, Mr. Finley. Does that work for your calendar? Yes. Not yet. I'm about to do that. I want to make sure he's got an attorney and all that stuff first. Yes, sir. May 26th.
Funny thing is, I heard in another case with the David case, unrelated, someone said, why did David have access to an attorney? Like, why don't we just put him in prison? It's because of the Fifth Amendment. Actually, the Sixth Amendment. If you can't afford an attorney or a lawyer, one will be granted to you by the state. It is what it is. It's actually a beautiful thing.
Okay. All right. Bond. Bond's not been said yet. General, do you have a position on bond today?
Here's his bond, though.
Mr. Ethelly is on bond on two occasions. One from here, one from the Davidson case. Pending a hearing for just a bond right now. After we have our bail hearing, then
here's his bond.
All the arguments we can go through. Factors in the statute and see if that gets limited per down, okay? Yes. I'm going to set initial bond at 1.25 million.
You see, his face is like what you see. His face is he face basically. His clothes. Let me find it. Let me just help him fix that. Check.
Bond at 1.25 million.
Hate will never win, by the way. True. Anyways, I got a ballot. SW. Period. 1.25 million. Yo. January.
Based upon the fact of how many people were in the courtyard, were here at the courthouse, and the seriousness of all these felonies, and his bond status. Okay?
Yes.
So, initial bond at...
He could just beg. It'd be like, please, please, please.
1.25 million.
Damn, bro. Damn, he's going back to jail for like third time. Damn. Third, fourth time. It's probably like his fifth time. Damn, bro.
1.25 million. That's what the judge said. 1.2 something million. That is what, 10%. If a bail bondsman wants to take that up, what is that? $125,000 they would have to put up. Holy fuck shit. And now they have a GoFundMe here that says help the Chud and his family. Like, my thing is, okay, the reason for why I don't have any sympathy for this guy is because you were intentionally going around calling people racial slurs. That's dumb as hell, peanut level IQ shit. But additionally, it's because you knew this was gonna happen, especially, like, obviously, like, it was going to happen. Eventually someone was going to try you, and this could put you in legal liability. This could implicate you in a crime or some type of situation that you didn't have to put yourself in, and now you're asking for money. What was the end goal of this? Like, again, people, like content creators, they don't do the risk reward ratio.
Always has to be 1-to-1, not 1 to.
They don't
120.
do the pros and cons of the type of content they're trying to push out into the world. Look at this, guys.
My favorite line from it is,
from the
you got
Embers.
freedom of speech. You just don't have the freedom of consequences from your speech.
And now,
One set initial bond at 1.25 million.
look at his attorney shaking his head.
The more you're around, the more you're going to find out.
Yeah, shout out to Atozi, shout out to Poetic Flaco. I don't feel sorry for this guy at all. Like, you get what you deserve. Around, find out. I mean, obviously, who couldn't have seen this one coming? I guess now that his point has been proven, we can, I guess, take glee in the fact that he's finally accomplished his mission, whatever that mission really was. Anyway, on to the next story.
He got what he wanted. He wanted. He chose that. Now he has to deal with the consequences.